Hello my friends, this is Mrs. Sandine. I am going to show you a drawing tutorial of a piece of art inspired by this book, Kawaii Doodle World. Kawaii is related to a Japanese word for cuteness, but this image is not the same exact image that in the book. It's a little different, so I'm going to do it again so you can see. So you need a regular sheet of paper. You can use a standard number 2 pencil to start your drawing. So we're going to draw a potted plant. So I'm going to draw 2 lines on the side. By the way, they are parallel. They could be straight, they could be in a bit of a diagonal form. That's fine because all pots are different. So we're going to place the bottom. I'm going to make this a little bit taller and then close the top so that way it's like a cylinder. So I'm going to put the little edges on the side, so like a cylinder. So I'm going to do, again, a similar picture as this one, and I'm going to show you. All right, so the inside of the plant, we're going to make almost like a cactus design. So draw ovals that are overlapping. That's one, and another one, almost like 2 ears of a rabbit. And we're going to put a third oval back there, okay? We're going to add the flower. This time I'm going to put the flower here, so you have a circle and tiny little ovals around the flower. Flower could be different ways or sizes because they do come in different ways or sizes. Okay, that's that. All right, so this cactus formation, we're going to make one of the lines of the leaf, and those lines are the veins which you have oxygen travel through the plant. We're going to make tiny, smaller veins. All right, right there. And then we're going to put the little lines here for the cactus and add them right there. Right there, right there, right there. Spiky things. We're going to put a couple of spiky things in other sides. Boom, 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 boom. Remember, again, this is a regular number 2 pencil like the ones that we use in school. We're going to make a design on the pot right there. All right, fine. Now we're going to make it cute. Cuter. So you have little circles here. One circle, another circle, and you're going to color them in. Color them in. You can use a little white part if you want to, or completely color them in, and then make the little smile. So cute. And the little cheeks, you see that? And then if you have other types of pencils, you can use that. Otherwise, if you're shading only, you can use a number 2. Just press harder when it's darker, press lighter for lighter areas. But if you have other pencils, like I have other pencils, I will be using no, not this one, a 3B. I'm going to be using a 5B and a 7B, okay? All right, so where's my 3? My 3 disappeared now. Okay, my 3. So I'm going to add the shadows. I'm going to pretend my light source is on, I'm going to put that little dot so I know where my light is shining. Boom, boom, boom. So then the opposite side, you will have the shadow. I usually like to start hatching, which is only shading in one direction. Cross hatching is when you shade in both directions. So I'm going to put the shadow there and on this side as well. And I'll probably create texture on the cactus. Actually, let me color it in so that way it looks like it has a color, because I'm not using colors per se with this picture. You can do it at home. You can do it with color pencils, markers, crayons, oil pastels, watercolors, whatever you need. All right. Okay. All right, so we created a light shadow here, but this part here is going to have texture on it. So I'm going to switch gears and use a 5B. Actually, let me make my 3B a little bit longer and lighter. See, I'm even though it's the same pencil, I'm pressing it lighter. If you want to smooth it out, you can even use a cotton ball to smooth it out. Okay, and I'm using now 5B. Now the information about the pencils, that is, I have it in another video, that I am coloring a strawberry, and I'm indicating and showing the different numbers and how they're working darker, lighter, and so forth. That's in another video, but I am using some of those materials here. Okay, let me make it darker in there, darker in here, right there. And I'm going to put a little bit of a shadow. I'm cross hatching because I am crossing my path. Cross hatching, cross hatching, crossing my path, so I can create shadows in there. Okay. And then this is a 7B, which is darker, so I'm going to use that for the little eyes because it's darker. So I can press it. Right, and I'm going to make it slightly darker. Right here, slightly darker at the vein, slightly darker. See that? Okay, so I'm going to use a 3B again for the cast shadow. The cast shadow is the shadow that the object creates on a flat surface in an area. You all have a cast shadow in the afternoon when you're walking around. If it's darker, your cast shadow might be longer. If it's lighter, your cast shadow will be a bit shorter. So, and it's not the same exact shape of the object or person that's creating the shadow. Not really, not really. All right, so I'm going to make it slightly darker. And this is just an example. I mean, you can draw anything that you want. Again, if you have just a regular number 2 pencil, just press darker. Just be sure your paper is a good paper that can hold a lot of shading, right? I'm going to cross hatch here a little bit, just a little bit. Let's see. And create a darker area for my little plant, my little potted plant, my little baby. I love gardening. All right, my friends. So this is it. This is a kawaii style, cute Japanese style potted plant. Thank you for watching. Adios.